Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's so good to be back in front of the camera and giving you some more restock information. Just real quick, if you're wondering exactly how to get notifications when restocks happen, you're gonna want to follow me on Twitter. I know a lot of you are coming from Twitter, but you'd be surprised how much my YouTube audience doesn't have a Twitter. Literally just make a Twitter and delete it after you get your console if you don't have one. Because that will literally, if you have notifications turned on for me, will give you literally like a text message that pops up on your phone in the second that a restock happens. So make sure you do that. Also, if you're looking for how to actually get one and how to beat the bots, I have buying guides for every single retailer that you can see right above my head right here. If you click that link, that will take you to the one of the videos, which will connect you to the whole playlist. So whatever retailer you're looking for, that will tell you how to do it. Now, the only reason I say all that stuff at the beginning of this video is because this is just going to talk about the restocks. I'm not going to go in depth on how to buy from each one because I already have these videos right here. Here's another one. But the next restock that's going to happen, this video is being recorded on Wednesday, September 8th, is going to be Target. And if you've been following me for a while, you know I'm kind of the Target master. I always have the inventory of every store in the country. That's why I'm able to be so good with predicting Target, because I've been following them for a year. I'm the only person that has that complete of an inventory list. And that's not to say I'm any special. I don't deserve any clout whatsoever. I'm just lucky that I have so many employees that feed me that information. And obviously, if I get that information, what's like the right thing to do? It's to share it with other people. So that's all that is. Not that I'm so great or anything. But that being said, you're seeing inventory shots right now. Every Target has, it varies, but I'd say about a dozen consoles per store. And that typically does mean they will drop. And I do know the exact times Target drops. It is between 6 a.m. and 9 a.m. Eastern time. And they dropped only on Thursdays for a long time. Then they dropped a couple Wednesdays. And now recently they've dropped a couple Fridays. So this is being recorded on a Wednesday. And obviously it's in the afternoon already. So we're looking at Thursday, September 9th between 6 and 9 a.m. Eastern, or Friday, September 10th between 6 a.m. and 9 a.m. Eastern. And I'm going to live stream during those times. So if you're on the West Coast, obviously that's 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. Pacific time. What's great about if you come to my live streams and you can turn notifications on and subscribe to the channel below to be notified of when those happen, is if a restock is happening very early like that, or potentially happening early, you don't have the energy to wake up, you can keep my stream on in the background and a nuclear alarm goes off when the consoles come into stock. You can see on my Twitter right here, I've helped over 66,000 people. The number is actually a lot higher than that. I actually have the data. I've helped over 100,000 people technically, but I like to go by the pinned tweet just because that's actually people verifying it themselves. So I've helped a lot of people get their console, and that's all I want to do. Technically, I actually just want to help people in the world in general, but this is just something I found that I'm good at, where I can be a little helpful. So in the case that Target doesn't drop Thursday or Friday this week, which I'd say it's a 95% chance, they absolutely will drop the following week. And because this is the first and second week in September, there is a chance they will drop at the end of this month as well. I'm about to go into the other retailers right now, but if you're not subscribed to the channel and you haven't liked the video yet, you don't think this is legit, you can drop a dislike or you can drop a like, whatever. But basically when I ask that, I just want to get more eyes on this because it's information that I know could help more people. But the next retailer I want to talk about is Best Buy, because Best Buy has not dropped since August 12th. So they are nearly a month overdue for a restock, which is a long time for them. And I also just want to give a shout out to Spiel Times, who also has a Twitter, because they made an article that I'm using right now that gave us the last restock date for every major retailer. So they put that all information all in one place, and I really appreciate that. A link to that article down below as well. But Best Buy typically drops on Thursdays or Fridays. They really like the end of the week. The last couple drops was on a Thursday. And it's funny, the last couple drops, it was a Thursday. They actually restocked it the same day as Walmart did. So it's crazy when multiple retailers have restocks in the same day. Before they dropped on Thursday, they dropped on Friday 7 weeks in a row, which was insane. So for them to go every single week for 7 weeks, and then now it's been nearly a month since their last restock, they are due. So again, since Best Buy doesn't give us any advance notice, just like Target doesn't, that is another key reason why you should be following my account on Twitter with the notifications on. So when Best Buy does come into stock, and like I said, I have a guide for them, it's right here as well. when they do come into stock, you'll be able to actually know about it. The next retailer I wanted to touch on real quick is Walmart. Like I said, Walmart always drops on Thursdays, and we will get about an hour's notice ahead of time. So if you're following my account on Twitter, you'll have plenty of notice. And typically, because we have that advance notice, I can go live for that as well, just like I do the live streams for Target. So Walmart, I expect them to go live probably next Thursday, the 16th, or the Thursday after that, the 23rd. But it's really easy for Walmart. All you have to do is come to my Twitter about like around noon every Thursday and just check for an update. I would say check around noon and check around 2 p.m. and that's Eastern time. And you'll know exactly when Walmart's going to restock. GameStop has been having way more frequent restocks than the other retailers recently. And I believe the reason why is that they only sell bundles. And I do know for a fact, because I've talked to the CEO of a different retailer, that Sony does favor retailers that sell the bundles because that's obviously a higher amount of money coming into Sony. So it could be that's the reason why GameStop has had so many more restocks than anyone else right now. But in order to buy from GameStop, you do have to be a pro member. And again, I have the buying guide right here that will tell you exactly how to check out from there, how to beat the bots. But the GameStop, we could be looking at literally any week, but GameStop is another one, just like Walmart, actually better than Walmart. They will give us advance notice several hours in advance of a restock. So if you are a pro member and you have your emails turned on, you don't even have to be following me on Twitter. You should get an email that morning. Sometimes people get them sent to their spam, so following on Twitter doesn't hurt, but GameStop is the best in terms of advance notice. The only problem is you're gonna probably be shelling out $750 about for a bundle. So if a bundle is not for you, obviously GameStop would not be the place to buy. Pro membership costs $15 a year. And then the last retailer I want to talk about, Amazon. Amazon's last restock was September 2nd. And that's interesting because typically they dropped at the end of the month, like after the 20th every month. So they could drop at the end of September, like last week or so. However, they might not drop till October. They have gone multiple months without a restock in the past. So once they have one, it's typically a huge restock. They sell a ton of consoles, like 50 to 70,000 PS5s at once. But then they can go quiet for a long time without restocking again. The Series X, I just want to address, has actually been maybe harder to get than the PS5 in recent times as well. I don't know what issues Microsoft is having. Obviously, the Halo edition was up for pre-order for a while, and the restocks of the regular console have been pretty sparse. So I will keep you updated on that as well. I don't really have the reason why Microsoft seems to be having a harder time getting consoles to retailers as opposed to Sony right now, but obviously that's something I track too. So that's the 5 major retailers. To recap, Amazon would be expecting at the very end of the month or the beginning of next month. Target is going to happen either Thursday, September 9th or Friday, September 10th. And if it doesn't happen those days, it'll happen at the end of next week, the following week. Walmart could happen any Thursday, although I anticipate probably the 16th, 23rd, or maybe even the 30th. It's just, check on Thursdays. GameStop will absolutely have at least one restock this month, and Best Buy is due any day now. Look for Thursdays and Fridays for Best Buy. I hope this recap that actually had the last day everything dropped, and I was able to share my expertise of the patterns of the drops, which is the best way we can figure out when the next one's happening. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please consider subscribing to the channel. I put this amount of research into my tech reviews and game reviews as well. And if you're just here to support, I love you. You're my favorite. It's so glad to be back on camera. I can't wait to read through the comments. You guys always make my day. You're the best. So I will see you on the next one. Remember to trust the shooter, have your finger guns ready, and I'll see you guys on a couple live streams this week. Bye, guys.